Hello, I'm getting loopy. Yes, that's right, I'm going to get loopy with PrimalTap and Effect Rack. This is a really strange one. Sorry, it's what I like to do. I like to do really strange things. So I hope you enjoy this one. What I've done is I've taken some audio here, and this is, I'll give you a little idea of this. I've taken some audio from a classic old sci-fi film that's in public domain.
Space, there are probably planets with civilizations built by living creatures.
Right, so I've done that, and I'm going to run that through PrimalTap and see what we get. And I'm going to show you some tricks as we go along. So trust me, we're going to turn this into something cool. All right, first of all, I don't want this audio to go in just totally straight, so I'm going to put a filter freak ahead of that. I'm going to turn the resonance up just a little bit, turn the frequency down just a little bit. I'm going to put it on LFO because I don't care if it's random. And with PrimalTap, instead of going into beats mode, I'm going to leave it in time. I'm going to crank it all the way up. And I'm going to crank this audio and let it go here for a second. So it'll take just a second because I've got a long time on here for it to begin looping before it catches on to the freeze. There it goes. So let's grab that. All right, and I'm going to change the rate on the filter freak just a little bit as we go. Now, I'm going to punch in on PrimalTap by taking the freeze off just a little bit. But first, I'm going to drop it to 2x. 1, 2, 3. Then to 8x. 1, 2, 3. Back up to 2x. And we're looping still. And got a nice long loop going on there because that's an 8-second loop at 2x, so that's a 16-second loop. That's a lot, right? All right, we're getting crazy. Well, now with my audio, I'm going to bypass.
War is imminent.
I'm into the vocal part, so I'm going to start dropping some chunks in there. And changing pitches and changing times. And I might even do a little swoopy thing by going to... by turning off my freeze and cranking up my... I'm going to crank my adjust up first, and then I'm going to turn my freeze off and crank it down. Okay, now I'm going to 2x. So you see I'm kind of...
And planet.
See what's happening here? And just for fun, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace my filter freak with a phase mistress, because phase mistress is awesome. Swoopy swoopness. Hey, get out of there, filter freak. There we go. I'm going to set it to
and planet.
Thin Man. Set the mix up here, go to my tweak menu and set my offset there. And I'm going to turn on a little modulation in PrimalTap to capture that too.
And planet.
Now I'm going to turn that off.
And planet.
Starting to get a really cool composite loop, right? All right. So with that going, I am going to
activity and to speak and and planet.
I'm going to close the tweak down here on Phase Mistress. I'm going to move it after PrimalTap. So now we're getting a beautiful kind of stereo sweepy thing.
And planet.
Then I'm going to put my filter freak back on. And I'm going to put it in rhythm mode. It's already synced up. I'm going to set it to ramp down. Maybe bounce it up to 8 notes. And I think I'm going to go in and kind of create a rhythm pattern here.
Activity and to speak
and then turn the mod up.
And planet. Activity to speak And
There we go. A little more of an open kind of rhythm. All right, let's close that down. Because we need some rhythm, some more rhythm, I'm going to put Echo Boy right after that. Cool. Let's put our effect rack up just a little bit here. Let's go to ping pong and dotted eighths. All right, let's unmute our drum beat and see what's going on. Now we can play, right? Anyway, you get the picture. You can create some really cool kind of rhythmic stuff that's just out of this world by combining effect rack, PrimalTap's looping feature, and the awesome power of Soundtoys 5. Wait, don't go. A couple extra tips before you leave about this trick. First of all, you got to be prepared to capture this cool loop. So be ready to route it and record it to another track. You can do it with all the stuff going and just record it and make several passes if you want and pick the best. I mean, it is a loop, right? But you can make that choice. One of the other tricks you can do is if you just want to preserve the loop, you can solo PrimalTap in your rack, bounce the loop out into a track and have that. You can also, after that, pull your PrimalTap out or bypass it and save your preset. Then you've got all your, rhythmic stuff, the other stuff you were messing with on top of it. I mean, you lose the ability to change all the pitch and stuff later, so I like to track mine with everything. Or, do all that stuff with PrimalTap for fun in the track and then put my other preset back on it. Anyway, that was just, I want to make sure everyone was prepped to capture the coolness that they've created. Have fun!